Hello and happy Tuesday, everybody. Today I'm having a very, very tiny painting or drawing, whatever you want to call it, with pastel chalks. And I'm starting off with a solid layer of teal and aqua and a bit of a lime green, and I'm just smooshing the pigment together on my cardstock. This is not the cardstock that will back the Tiny Tuesday, but it's the same size and, well, pretty much the same size, but made of a cardboard that you could actually use for pastels. Once that was done, I did take a stamp and water and tried something new here. I know that you can liquefy pastel chalk, and I thought, well, maybe I could have some cool designs with like water stamping, and it worked out well enough. So I did take this blossom here and just dipped it in water and stamped it 3 times. It's pretty cool to use that with a bold stamp. I wouldn't use it with a very intricate one, but the way it works, it liquefies the pigment underneath, and I'm just going in with a brush and enhancing the structure of the blossom that I can see on the stamp. And when this background is still damp, but not as wet as it was before, I can take my pastel pencils to it and work on the fine details of the blossoms. And I'm staying pretty close to the colors that are already used, and I'm just outlining some sections and having like separations for the petals in there. And the water helps making the chalk a bit more prominent. It stays where it is later on, even when everything is dry. But the lines are not as thin as you might have them with dry pastel pencils. They seem to get wider when you want to use that medium with a wet or on a wet surface, or maybe with a water brush or something. So then I just went in with like a teal color, and then with a dark blue, and then I had most of my design already done, at least for the blossoms. I dried everything off, and the rest I'm working on dry paper. So with that same very dark blue, I'm sketching in the stems of these 3 flowers, and, well, just make them fit, outlining the petals again, or the blossoms I should say, and just enhancing that 3D effect, shading a few of the petals, but being very, very careful with not putting too much pigment down there. I still want a bit of the background to peek through and have some parts that are lighter now that the water took away some of the pigment. I want to keep them light because these are the sections that will have the highlights in the end. I'm just putting down a little bud in the mitten, in the middle, not in the mitten, in the middle of the flowers. And then I went in with white and just enhanced the highlights. And I'm being pretty careful that I don't go over those lines that I made with the teal color, but just going in between them. With the dark blue, I went around the piece and gave it a frame, and then I'm just working a bit more on enhancing things to have a bit more contrast sometimes. Like, for example, I just made the stems a tiny bit darker. And then I thought, oh, well, that's pretty much what I want to do. That fits, all is good. So I sprayed the whole thing with fixative spray to, well, don't have a chance of ruining the piece when I handle it. That spray just makes the chalk stay on the paper as it is. And when it was dry, I could handle that piece and glue it down onto the cardboard pieces that I use for the Tiny Tuesdays. I had to cut maybe, I don't know, a 1/16 of an inch or something on two sides. It was just a smidge too small for the cardboard of the Tiny Tuesday, but not small enough as to have like a frame of the cardboard around it. So I just cut a tiny bit then and well, glued everything together and signed it. It takes quite a while, as you can see here, because I left it in the video to have the fixative spray dried. I'm helping along with a blow dryer, but the first like minute or two I leave it as it is and only then help the spray along to dry a bit faster. But yeah, here's the gluing thing that I talked about. You can see it's just a tiny fraction too small to fit exactly onto the cardboard, but again, I can cut it and then just sign the piece and call it done. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. There are photos and a list of materials of this piece on my blog. Also, there's information on purchase price and stuff if you're interested in acquiring this. I do ship worldwide. I thank you very, very much for watching. Have a lovely day. Go create. And I will see you tomorrow on a new Draw for Initiative collaboration video with Tina. And next week's Tuesday will be the day of, well, having a new pastel painting for you ready on this channel. Have a very good one, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.